welcome to Sketchcast episode 28. I'm Crypticink, and it's been a whole year since my last video, but here I am. I'm back after a very long and much needed break. I'm just gonna jump right into it and tell you guys where I've been. I've finished school back in November of last year. I'm gonna say finished with air quotes, even though you can't see them, because those last 2 months of school were rocky at best. And I'm not going to get into it too much because it's a little depressing, and the whole situation kind of left a bad taste in my mouth for a couple months. But long story short, my school closed. Yep, it closed. I think I brought it up in my last video, but I'm not too sure. But basically, my school closed. No one even heard about it until like 2 months before it happened. Even the instructors had no idea. And after we found out, it was pretty much a scramble to get everyone who could graduate through all their classes in time before the campus was shut down for good. So I finished and I passed all my classes according to my transcript, and then proceeded to call and email campuses in other states after I finished school because I never received my diploma. So in the end, I was told that my official transcript could not be found at these other schools after mine closed, that I wouldn't be mailed a diploma, and that was that. So now I'm paying back student loans for a degree I'm pretty sure I earned, but don't have a fancy paper for. But this video isn't all about my school drama, and to be honest, it's been a while and I'm long over it at this point. Luckily, I was thinking ahead while I was in school. I had been job searching months ahead of time before school was over. So I was lucky enough to find a pretty great job before I even finished my schooling. And I honestly feel like it's the best option I have. It's a great job, don't get me wrong, but I don't live in a huge artistic community like California or Seattle. There's no animation or game studios here, unfortunately, but I managed to find a really cool job. I can draw all day and put some of the skills I learned into practice. I've been working as a designer at a toy company here in Arizona. Sometimes I 3D model toys for production with another designer there. Sometimes I create animations for their website, which is kind of what I'm doing now. Sometimes I help with package design, and for the most part though, I create artwork for party supplies and holiday decoration and lots of fun kids stuff. I get to work from home 2 days a week, and that's pretty great. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome so soon after finishing school, and I work with some really cool people. They're funny and they're fun to work with, and I'm pretty grateful for that. It's not a bad gig at all. Also, I know that this isn't like normal probably, but I finally got my driver's license at the age of 25 earlier this year, and I got my first car. And now I'm like a driving, working woman, paying bills and stuff, doing things. I leave the house about 90% more than I ever used to, which is new for me. So yeah, life's not too bad, just a little busy. It's taken so long for me to make a video because I feel like I've been settling into my schedule. Things have just been crazy, and they're probably going to get even crazier because we're hoping to move by next year. But don't get me wrong, I draw literally every day. I'm always drawing, but it's just been for work. I haven't done any personal art in a very long time, and somehow it feels harder than it used to. Like, I used to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and be able to sketch in my sketchbook, and it didn't matter what it was. I could draw anything that I wanted to, and it was easy. It was just a habit or a morning ritual. But now I can't drag myself out of bed slow enough, honestly, let alone come to the art room and draw. But I feel like I struggled to draw in my free time at all for a while because between school and work, I kind of forgot what it was like to create something without someone else like giving me a guideline for it or telling me what to draw. And it's frustrating. It's like a muscle that I haven't worked out in a year, and now I have to dust off the cobwebs and get back into it. And I really want to. The artwork you're seeing now is like the first time I've sat down for more than an hour and pushed myself through scribbling and sketching so that I could get something that I can call finished. It took 8 hours over like 5 days to paint, because I've pretty much forgotten how to paint and forgot how to paint in Photoshop. I don't have to create rendered paintings for work. Mostly it's like concepts or illustrations with minimal shading and lots of sketches. So it's been a while. Like, I've been working in Illustrator a lot, and I've grown to actually enjoy Illustrator. So coming back to Photoshop to paint, to digitally paint is definitely interesting. I need to relearn my whole process, basically. When I finished painting the art you see now, I was so proud of myself and really happy for like finally doing artwork that was just for me. And I did that during some time off that I took from work, and I was really happy to just be able to focus on something like that. So I know someone out there can probably relate to how peaceful and happy it is to sit with yourself and your own artwork and to just draw, to focus on nothing else but your drawing and your music for a few hours so you can make something that's like all yours. My art room has always been my favorite space to be in, no matter where I lived. I've always felt like I needed my own creative space to like make work and be happy. But until like now, it was a mess. Like it was a place where I just put junk I didn't know what to do with. There were always clothes on the floor or on the art table, and books and junk stacked in random places that they shouldn't be. And don't get me wrong, this room is still messy. But at least my art table is usable now. It's as clean as it can get. Excuse me. It's as clean as it can get with how much space that I have and organization things that I have. But it is way better than it used to be. Like, I used to only come in to use the computer or when I was working from home, and that was that. No drawing, no videos, no nothing. And it was like the messy art room was like a reflection of how I felt working on my personal art. Like, everything was cluttered and hard to work in, and I was just honestly tired thinking about it. So to fix it, to get back into drawing, and I'm still working on this now, but to start, I just started off small. First, I cleaned my art room and did some decluttering. It got messy again, but I got rid of stuff that I didn't need. I've still got some work to do here, but at least I can reach my desk, like I said, and reach my art table without tripping over floor junk, so that's good. But secondly, and I think most importantly, I drew a little bit at the end of every day. And now I have an art journal that I try to doodle in every day. No matter what it is, I tell myself that it doesn't matter how it looks as long as I'm putting pencil to paper. And it's helped. I mean, even when I was tired from the long drive home from work, which is like an hour to an hour and a half both ways. It's a really long drive. But even after that, I would sit down and I would sketch like anything, just something on paper. Even if it was a scribble on a loose piece of mail or printer paper or whatever. Like, I'm just desperate at this point to draw without somebody telling me what to draw. Not that I don't like my job. I love it. I just need to find space in my free time to do my own art as well so that I can stay happy. But I've been real stubborn about the whole thing with myself. I've been stubborn about drawing something, no matter where it is or what it is. But yeah, eventually I took some time, like I said, from work to relax and unwind. And that was the first time I took a break since school. First time since November, taking some time off from work. And it was much needed. And I came back to work feeling a lot more refreshed than I was and ready to get back into things. And now I feel more refreshed and ready to do some artwork of my own and draw at home. So it only makes me want to do more. I've recorded 3 more videos since this one, and I think I'm ready to make more. This is the first one out of 3 at least. And this is what I'm happy doing. YouTube is like a hobby. Like if drawing's my passion, YouTube's my hobby, and I like sharing my artwork with you guys when I can. So moving forward, I want to finish my own projects in my free time. I'm not going to make myself any more big promises. I'm just going to do it as I go. Eventually, I'd like to be the person that draws in their sketchbook every day again. And I've decided that I'm just going to chip at it until it doesn't feel so hard anymore. And I'm going to be stubborn about it. And I'm just going to keep drawing and pushing through. And I think that's going to work for me. I'm sure it wouldn't work for everybody, but I think at this point, like that's what I have to do. So, like I said, I've got more to share, but I think I'll save it for another video. Otherwise, I'll start to get rambly, which I can feel myself doing. So let me know what you guys think. What have you been up to? Have you ever felt like you didn't have time for personal art? And how do you overcome it? Or are you still in it like me? If you're struggling with your art lately, don't feel too bad, because obviously you're not alone. And I think it's possible to get yourself out of it. I'm sure of it. It just takes some time. So, all right. I look forward to chatting in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.